podcast going to come back when Ronnie comes back?
I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to when he gets back out there and doing his thing on the field, though.
This team, going back to last year, and I know it was a different team last year, but the Rangers have lost 5 straight home games now, 2 this year. Is that something? How important is that to, especially after losing so many home games, to get that dominance back?
Well, we didn't really think about last year. We think about this year. So we have lost 2 this year. We don't want to make it 3. So going forward, we'll try to get that streak kind of ended.
Was the one on Sunday? Was it any harder to get past than any other tough loss that you've had?
Yeah, we didn't really talk about last week normally either. This is a new week, Cincinnati Bengals week, so I'm excited to get to work on them.
Well, Marlon, as a team leader, is there a balance between wanting to make the corrections last week, but also not wanting to overreact, knowing full season still ahead of you?
Yeah, we didn't talk about last week. I think it'll be the 3rd time I said that, but this Cincinnati Bengals week, we're looking forward to this game. And Sunday night in the bank, I know the fans will be loud, so I'm really excited for that atmosphere.
Well, how do you think this is an explosive offense? How do you sort of neutralize that? What they went through last year, putting up 41 points in 12 games?
Say the question again?
How are you going to neutralize their offense, their explosive offense?
Yeah, I thought you said something about last year, but I think it's really tough. They obviously have the best trio of wide receivers in the league. Joe Mixon, Pro Bowl running back. Joe Burrow, Pro Bowl quarterback. It's tough. I think you got to have a lot of different looks for them. You got to mix in man coverage when you can. It's really tough to man. A lot of teams don't have the depth to be able to have 3 guys that can cover their 3 weapons. And then you got Hayden Hurst, who was here, first rounder. It's really tough. It's early in the week for the game plan, but there's a lot of things on film that they show. I know they're 2-2 just like us, but I think both teams, even though they're 2-2, I think both teams feel like they could be 4-0. So it's a really big matchup of 2 really good teams and kind of the race for the start for us to see who can get the lead in the division.
When you do watch the tape of them from this year, is it a lot of the same stuff that you saw the last time that you played against them, or is it a lot of new stuff?
I think it's similar. I think, Joe Burrow, I think, what he does best to me other than most quarterbacks is he just thinks, my guy's better than yours. And, whether you're covered or not, it's just like the ball's coming up and it's there. And, his guys come down with those passes a lot, honestly. So you got to defend it. But they look good. Obviously, defending or second place in the Super Bowl, whatever you call it. But they're a really good team. I think we just got to have a great game plan and just you got to know they're going to make some plays. Obviously, you just got to end up trying to make more.
Last year, Marlon, you said Jamar Chase is making the NFL look easy. What does he do so well that makes it look so easy for him?
We're not talking about last year, so I don't. I think that's number 4. I've said that. So I guess next question.
Marlon, this year, how much has the secondary grown up in the last 4 weeks, would you say?
Shoot, we're still trying to grow up. I mean, we're 30. We're last. I was in the cafeteria this morning. Look up there. The cafeteria will humble you. You got the Good Morning Football, NFL Network, Stephen A. It's something I want to do one day. So I think some guys will be mad at me one day. But it's humbling to look up there and be like, dang, we got Marcus Peters, Ball Hawk, got me, Marcus Williams, Dog, Chuck, all these guys, great players, but, we're still trying to come together. I mean, to look up there and be eating lunch and you see 32nd, you're just like, it's great to see because, I like to stay humble, but we're still trying to gel together, and we really want to get that, 32nd down. It'll be a tough road, but I'm really excited for it, especially with this bunch coming in. We'll definitely all have our hands full.
Has it been a big transition to Mike McDonald's defense as far as learning new concepts and strategies? I don't think so. I just think it's just with a lot of new players. Marcus coming back. I mean, he was here 2 years ago, but missed a year, came back. So just gelling all together with some of the young guys. Draft class. Brandon Stevens played safety last year, and a nickel here, corner there. I was predominantly nickel. Now I'm outside. We're just still trying to gel. But no, I think Mike's done a really good job of educating us on defense, and we just got to. I mean, I think it's crazy when you look at the film. The calls are perfect. It's just the players. We just got to work together. We got to make the plays. The players were right there. It's just sometimes communication, sometimes just plays. It's like we're close. We're really, really close. That's what's really encouraging.
Do you think going against, like you said, the caliber of offense like the Bengals, that this could prove to people and show yourself that you're not 32nd. You're not the 32nd in the league.
Yeah, it's crazy. Proving is like an interesting thing, but the numbers don't lie. So, as much as that sucks to say, to me it's unacceptable. I feel like it falls on the weight of my shoulders. So, that's something I really want to get that number down.
Do you care about standings at this point in the year? I mean, are you monitoring the rest of the division, or is that too early for that to be?
I don't really look at standings too much, but it was definitely on my mind when I ate lunch this morning, and it was right there. So, do I care? Kinda. That's the best way. I just feel like we're better. I don't like what I don't like is it looks bad on the players, but ultimately it looks bad on the coaches that are coaching us. And I know they're putting us in great positions. We just got to execute. So that's what execute. Like if it was just like, oh, we're just not good enough, then it is what it is. But when the play's there, we coach right, and we just don't execute it. That's execution something I can never really. If I give my all and I fail, I'm okay with that. But if I don't execute, that's what really keeps me up at night.
I think the Ravens Wire captures you kind of talking about how you changed your technique a little bit, like, in terms of your back pedal during the offseason. It seems like you're really locked in this year, just from a ability standpoint. Do you feel like you are back to the kind of form that you always wanted to be at? I know there was kind of some struggles last year. I didn't want to talk about that, but how do you feel like you are playing yourself?
Not good enough. Like I said, we're 32nd in pass defense, so I think we all got to step it up. I think accountability is huge. So, and we just, me especially, I just got to play better. We all got to play better. And like I said, I'm super excited for this challenge. I know it'll be a tough one, so hopefully we can get it done.
Well, when you were talking about the players in the Bengals offense, you mentioned Joe Burrow, Joe Mixon, and Hayden Hurst. You didn't mention the wide receiver. What kind of are the challenges of covering their wide receivers?
Man, I could write a book about it. It's tough. They all got, wide receiver one caliber guys. I remember, 3 years ago when it was going into the week, it was like, if you can stop Tyler Boyd, you can be okay. And then Higgins comes, it's like, if you can stop Tyler Boyd and Higgins, you can get the job done. And then they get Chase, and it's like, oh, he'll be a little rusty, he's a rookie guy. And then it's like, crap, this dude's looking like all pro. So it's really tough. I think they all bring a different dynamic to the game. I think, Boyd is the guy they want to get the ball to on third down a lot. Chase is there, kind of deep threat speed, really strong yak guy. Higgins is just, he kind of is a mixture of kind of both, I think. All big body guys. So they all just bring so much to the table and really can kind of do it all. It just depends on how they want to use them. And it's a really tough matchup, so everybody will really have to be on point.
I think they said that you have the best cornerback deal. You and Marcus are the best cornerback deal in the league. They said that earlier today. How does that make you feel? Does that give you any kind of feeling?
It doesn't, because we're still 32nd pass in the league, so it's like we can't be too good of a duo with those numbers. But I do love playing with Marcus Peters. He's by far my favorite player. Probably just on the field, he gives me so much insight during the game. I don't see all the stuff he sees, but he sees it all, and he lets me know when he sees it. So I know he'll be ready to go. Lately the past 2 weeks, I know his knee's been feeling a lot better, and he's kind of been he's really been the Energizer Bunny back there for us in the secondary. So I know we really have liked since he's been back, and I know he's only going to get better and better.
How is it though when you see and Harbaugh even said it's an emotional game, but towards the end of the game and seeing Marcus and John shouting at each other, it's very emotional. How, as a teammate, how is that on the sideline?
We fight all the time in this building, so I've fought with some people in here myself, whether it's staff, whether it's coaches. It's a lot that goes on. This is an emotional game. The thing I love about this building is it doesn't matter what department you work in, we all want to win on Sunday, and we all think we have a part that goes into winning on Sunday. So there's always a lot of conflict. As long as we can hug it out after, that's all that really matters. And since I've been here, it's never been an argument that's went 1, 2, 3 days. It's emotional there. Tomorrow, hey, how's it going? Love you. Boom. And so I think that's a great way to go. Families fight all the time, and the thing about being here is that I really, really love is from the day you walk in, they tell you you can be yourself. And so when you're being yourself, there's a lot of different characteristics. There's a lot of different moods. There's a lot of different emotions. And when that happens, there's a lot of clashes. But if it's all towards the goal of winning, we can get the boxing gloves out, fight it out, and live to see another day. So it was good. I think, Harbs, I talked about it. He talked with a lot of the guys, addressed it as a team. At the end of the day, we all just want to win. And, going for it right there, I loved it. I was thinking, at worst, we get the ball right there, wherever, and we get a stop. And then you look at the play call on defense, we're right there. We have a small miscommunication, would have been off the field. So it's crazy how it all goes, the little bitty things. But, see that fight, that really wasn't anything too new for me.
Thank you, Marlon.
Thank you. Thanks, Marlon.